What's up, guys? How you doing? I have to be a little bit quiet. My wife's put my little boy to sleep, so I wanted to share some thoughts with you today. Like over the last few days, I've been sort of doing some reflection, which is a natural sort of part of my process to sort of check how far I've come and what I'm doing and where I'm going. And like I'm actually amazed. Like since I was 20 years old, this was when I actually met my wife. How far I've actually come. Like going through like when I was I think this was a little bit before I met my wife. Actually, it was a year, it's a couple of years before I met her. This was how I actually got on the track to become a personal trainer. I actually suffered like a really nasty workplace accident. I suffered burns to 7% of my body, just under my arm, just here, and just on my rib cage there, and like it was at the time it was really nasty. Like it was quite painful and quite traumatic emotionally as well. Like I had trouble sort of overcoming the obstacles of fire, like which I overcome later in life. I actually there's another story I'll share with you in future videos, like how I actually overcame that. So stay tuned for that. And like what this actually did was it put me on the path to where I am today. And what I sort of mean by that is, it started off like as a like this arm actually turned into jelly. It looked like Roger Federer's opposite arm, the one he doesn't use to hit a tennis ball or use a tennis racket. And it was really weak and withered away, and not strong at all. And I had to get into the gym. And this, like, I was like, I'd sort of dabbled in gyms here and there, but I hadn't really sort of gone into it overly seriously before. And someone said, "Oh, like there's this gym, Casey Ark, which if you're around the outer southeastern suburbs, it's like got a big pool and stuff like that." And back in 2002, I decided to join the gym there, and I really did fall in love with it. Like I gained strength really, really quickly. Started to feel more, like get more confidence again. Started to feel strong. Started to feel fit. Started to feel mentally strong again. I ended up getting back to work faster, and like that's sort of history now. But like it got to about sort of 4 to 6 months down the track, and I'm like, you know what? I think I might give this a shot. Like I heard there was like people doing personal training courses and or offering personal training courses, and I thought I'd give it a shot because I reckon I've got a lot to offer here. I reckon I could help a lot of people, and it just sort of grew from there. Like it's an amazing journey. Like I was sort of hitting the books in sort of 2003, 2004, and got graduated in like it took me a little while to graduate. I think it was 2007 where I actually completed my course. So I took my time to make sure I could take it all in, and I didn't rush it. Really took my time with it, got the experience I needed, and took in the tuitions I needed to the best of my ability, and embraced it all, and sort of got my first job with a friend that I still have, this very dear friend today. Gave me my first opportunity on a part-time basis, and grew into a full-time personal trainer. And I haven't sort of looked back since. I've been doing it like 7, 8 years now, and loving every minute of it. I love changing lives. It's very rare that you get to have an impact on a person's life through what you do, and that's a really cool part about what I feel like I do and what I offer is the ability to help someone out, not only on a physical level but on an emotional one as well, and like increase their well-being and increase their life span and expectancy, and just making general quality improvements to their life and their relationships and all that sort of stuff. And it's very, very rewarding, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity I have. And it's like hearing sort of that, and sort of listening to that, it's like how much I've sort of gone through to sort of get to this point. I'm very proud of. And one thing I encourage, like, and I'd love to hear this from you guys, is like, what's your story? What's where have you come from? Well, what are you on the journey on now? What are you persisting to get? what have you been through? Like, because a lot of people have gone through a lot of adversity, and sometimes it can be tough. And I'm always here to help. That's what I do. That's what I love. In any way, shape, or form that I can, I'm always here to help and to give you guys like guidance if you hit me up and you decide to have me in your corner. I'm always here to help, and I love to be able to hear your story and help out in any way that I can. And it really. I really enjoyed sort of sharing that with you. It's sort of like, sort of going through it in my own head. I've got a big smile now, and like realizing what I've actually overcome, not only overcome to get to this point, but what I've, been able to manage this so far as this early in my life, and I'm very proud of that. And like, even if like, because one thing is like people develop at different rates as well. Like, when I was 18, like I look at some of the 18-year-olds these days, and some of them are incredibly like they act like 9-year-olds, and you've got some 18-year-olds that have just got really, really good heads, really smart, astute heads on their shoulders. And, like when I was a kid, I was, sort of like doing what the usual 18-year-old kid does, and sort of, chases around the girls. But, it's, I think, just from that story, just be patient with yourself. Some people develop and grow at different rates. It doesn't mean you're not going to get there. It just means, like, if you got someone that's ahead of you, don't worry about that. Just worry about your journey and your your mind frame and your persistence and your goals, and stay focused on them. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Like, even if it does take you a little bit more time, and you find you're really making a hard slog of it to actually get your goals, then you're more likely to value it and to hold on to it, because you put so much effort in and hard work in to actually get it. So love to hear your stories, guys. Love to help out in any way that I can. I'm always here for anyone who wants to hit me up. Love to help. So take care, and I'll see you soon.